All right, warriors, welcome back. Before we get started, though, let's do a breathing exercise. It's going to take 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. And what we want to do is just get a grip on our shit. You know what I'm saying? The emotional roller coaster ride you're on. Let's put that to rest just for a smidgen, just however long it takes this video, okay? And it's not that I'm trying to win you over. All I'm trying to do is get you to bite into a couple of golden nuggets that apply. And once you're able to dial in with that, and you come to this realization, in a nutshell, it's this. Narcissists are programmed and have made a choice to be who they are. You have been denying it, fooling yourself that they can be something they're not. That's what it means to put a crown on a dumbass with a crown. The dumbass would have no power. The narcissist would have no authority over anyone or any of you had you not placed that authority on them. Can I get a what? Celebrations time. Come on. Look, that's all the fucking validation you needed is this. Observe in silence. Don't absorb. And that's what it means when coaches vainly say or vaguely say, it's not you, it's them. Well, they fuck around and don't share that part of the detail so it's more delicious to you. And you can see it in a beautiful way you see life. You see, I need you to see the beauty in your ability to deny yourself certain truths, because you're the one creating these chocolate covered turds. You see, in the narco world and the narcissist eyes with each other, they're all turds and they all stink. They all run in game on each other and they know it. Some ride the ride just to study each other's game. Some of you did the same thing by staying longer than you should have, because all of a sudden the narcissist in your life went from someone you love to a stranger you know you used to love, to a case study. Warrior, see, narcissists don't see that part coming. But what's wild now, anyone now over the age of 25 has heard of narcissism. In fact, it's why the roles have changed. Narcissists have picked up, and the strategy for survival to keep hidden is to be able to find a way to point the finger first and say, you're the narcissist. And by doing so, now it's become such a diluted buzzword that it carries no authority, no power, no relevance. You see, it's kind of like, I heard a pastor on the pulpit on one of these shorts. I don't know if it's a talk or twatter, but the pastor was saying, you know, the devil's so conniving that what can't be forced into the church or into the mind of one living life with a moral compass, the sleight of hand is to bring it with comedy, to make it funny, and to let it speak with half scriptural truths. And it's applauded. Think about it. When you think of Medea, what do you think of? Shouting virtues, shouting moral compass, screaming virtue, even speaking from a pulpit. Has anyone and everyone forgotten? This pastor reminded everybody, Medea is a transvestite, invited and glamorized. Who brought that better into the church? You see, narcissists are being called out everywhere. No one's sweating it more worsterous than the narc. Let's take 5 seconds, take a badass walk on that beach now. Let's do this. Release slowly. Shake that shit off. And look, nothing freaks a narcissist out more or bruises that ego, or in many cases destroys that ego, is when they monkey jump believing full well that they have a trauma bond created in you unlike no other. And understand what gave them that confidence is they future faked you a couple times. They kind of withdrew and stick it to you and bounce, stick it to you and bounce. What they call that push-pull. Well, look, they believe that in your eyes that they are the best that ever happened to you and that they're worth competing and fighting for. Yeah. What they soon realize is, no, you see, they're not worth competing for. They're not worth fighting for. Because what happens to the unhealed warrior is they soon realize there's no reciprocation. It's a one-way relationship. Narcissists get to slipping because they get overconfident and believing in the source and how powerful it is, that the unconditional love you have, that there's no way it could be switched off. That there's no way that you would have that kind of authority over your empathy, over your feelings, over your emotions. What throws them for a loop is when you're able to flip that switch. The ultimate threat to a narcissist is any man or woman who has total control of their emotions, of their feelings, of the truth. You see, people that can think for themselves and have authority over that can't be controlled. Having self-control is the marker that you're looking for in those evenly yoked, because in that there's consistency. You understand? Narcs live a reckless life now. Let's be real. And what they're looking for is who's going to bail them out of this wreckage. And it's why they're able to live recklessly for so long, because their pattern of behavior has been rewarded by weak-ass men and women. Codependent and willing to tolerate bad behavior and reward it with their intolerance to a point that both are insufferable. And now they're paired up in resentment. You see, we can't downplay the fact that many narcissists aren't going to die alone, but they will die in misery and resentment. Publicly, a show, a spectacle, it's also a coping mechanism, because at least they get to act out happiness to the public eye, but behind closed doors, they add it. Well, I'm sure you've heard the hollering. It's entertainment unlike no other. And look, there's always a climate of disrespect and competition. That's not a win, even in any level. You see, because when you're a shitty person, you're going to die in shitty surroundings. That's not ever rewarded. Being pretend happy, pretending to have respect and cooperation, and then behind closed doors, can't stand each other, sleeping in separate rooms. What happens is narcissists end up with their own kind, or with simps that are pissed off at the world because they got passed up. And they know that these leftovers are needing to pair up out of desperation and bad financial choices. And they're there waiting their turn. You see, the old saying of the nice men win last. No, you see, the nice men have been shit on for so long, they're waiting their turn. That's the climate created as a direct reaction to the climate that had already been created. It's a reaction, a response. As we evolve, now understand, as you begin to detach from toxicity and not accept that as a new social norm, know this: narcissists around you start aging quickly. I'm talking like, it's like they begin to get sick because what they planned for you didn't happen. And no matter how many times they try to recruit others to hate you just as much and gang stalk, it never worked. This makes them actually physically sick. And what's going to happen is this: their own enemies end up turning against them because they were promised outcomes. And those outcomes never come to fruition. And now they spend a lifetime of playing peekaboo with all the flying monkeys, all the enablers. You see, because pillow talk, that no longer stacks up what they call on the street booty credit. Yeah, see, it doesn't have that kind of authority anymore. There's no value added. Look, I know there's ways that we can fix all this shit, and it would have been an easy remedy. I almost am of this opinion. There's another major catastrophic meteorite that hits the earth, and all of a sudden it just changes gears. We end up having to start all over again, or evolution, whatever might happen. If I make it or not make it, either way, I'm gonna. We were around the fire, and a question came up. You had a question for God. What might that be? And I said, I didn't have a question. I just wanted to share suggestions. And my suggestions was, the lobster claw. Yeah. My idea or question or suggestions would have been in a humble kind of way, humble kind of way. But I think a lot in society would change if the woman could be evolutionally changed to having that lobster claw pussy. And hold on, what I mean. If I think God just fell asleep on that one. And said, man, I'm just give out. Let's just throw that in here and put it on the dog. And they put the lock and pussy on the dog. If they'd put that on the woman and it stayed locked for 30 minutes, I think that would have changed so much in everything. It would have. It would be just an awesome conversations, I think, to be able, and who knows, I may get like a special short sword or something for the suggestions, or my halo won't be so as cricketer as this for going, you know what, maybe that would curtail inflation, because the cost of pussy has plummeted on these here streets. It's for free. It's a free for all. Yeah. I don't think that's ever going to change again. This word trad or traditional, whether it be man or woman. Yeah, that's for the history books. The history books. Yeah, it's up in there with AOL, cassette tape, A-track, Blu-ray, beta. And because of the simple prevailing law of averages, even the word simp will become a word of the past. Because even the weakest of men, narcissists have noticed, found their balls. Yeah, they were in a Gerber jar, in the freezers. And they're toughening up. Because everybody's tired of being rode hard, put up wet. And everybody's listening. All I'm trying to do is get them out of the rage. Yeah. Don't play the game. It's how you win. Listen to me. Stop what the fuck you're doing. Listen. The way to win the game is get your crown back off the dumbass, the narcissist, and get your power back by not allowing them to exist in your movie. You're done dealing with crash dummies. And look, let's just be truthful. You don't need no help performing your own stunts. You sure as fuck don't need someone behind you trying to clip you. Just to be the one to act like they're going to help you back up. The fuck? Yeah. Look, big mistakes. Let's go over some cards. These are big mistakes. It was a dating game card deal, and it just so happens that it has badass narcissist red flags to be aware of or to pay attention to, or maybe because if we go over it enough, you'll know, I need to pay attention. Because dumbing down is not an option. Addicted to talk radio. Dang it, man. Always have a couch for friends to sleep on, and it always filled by someone. Wow. They much prefer going to funerals over weddings. Looking for someone to spend for the Christmas holidays with. Spend $450,000 to be Snoop Dogg's neighbor in a virtual world called the Sandbox. Always sings while driving. Oh, don't think I don't throw my groove on. Shit. It's a wonder I ain't been discovered yet. Only had one thing in common out of the 20 they were seeking. What was that comedian that said he picked up this chick, took her to a hotel, and she says, don't you think just because I came to this hotel means we're going to have sex? Well, I tell you what, we'll have sex if you guess the color of my panties. And he says, green. She says, red, close enough. Done compromising. You know, when you had enough, you had enough. You know when you had enough. Doesn't know how to hang a picture, so they keep having to call a handyman. Needs a service call. Bought a virtual private island for $300,000. Always give someone else's money to homeless people, but never they own. Yep. Binge watches sex, love, and goop. Damn it. Subscribes to 100 subreddits. One of their vacation homes is in South Korea. A salesman who travels 335 days a year. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Traveling salesman. Can't spell psychotic without hot. Look, if you're attracted to that kind, and you can't help it, well, then you also know the toxic maneuvers to starve them out so they leave you the fuck alone. You ain't made it this long, living, eating, breathing, walking, and chewing bubble gum because you can't. It's separated from Kevin Bacon by only 5 degrees. Frozen their eggs just in case this dating thing takes too long. Gotta put the huevitos in the refrigerator. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for your support. And look, thanks for visiting my Amazon wish list. Chico's Amazon wish list is down there. The link to it takes you straight to there. Yep. I got me some board shorts picked out. I appreciate the support so much. And those of you giving, thank you so much. But more than anything, man, thanks for moderating yourselves on those badass remarks. Those of you coming back to share from the victory, no doubt. Sharing these badass experiences. And check this out. I have one I want to share with y'all. The name is, I believe it's Randy Brinkman. Yeah. Check this out. I wanted to read this to you because it's awesome. Randy Brinkman is the avatar on the remark, a warrior that remarks quite often and very uplifting remarks. And this one was, my grandson said one day, Grandpa, think learning is going to take me my whole life. That's amazing for a child. And from the sounds of it in context, I think learning is going to take me my whole life, Grandpa. From that statement, it's almost like a statement of concern. And Grandpa surprises him. Surprised him when my response was, good for you. You're a wise lad. And thanked him for reminding this old man what it's really about. Watch the world lift off his shoulders. Learning is not a burden, but a great blessing. And we both learned something that day. You know, it's wild how we can share from the victory, share a lesson, and be taught at the same time. It's why it's important, warriors. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves. It's when we shut up to listen that we begin to learn and be excited the most when you're still learning, because you're still worth teaching. Can I get a what? That's what I thought. Now get out there, shake the dirt off your ass, and once in a while you're going to fall. You're going to fall. It's part of it, man. It's part of it. You see, but the blessing is this. The blessing is this. Look at me. Stop what the fuck you're doing. Look at me. You ain't breaking bones no more. If anything, the occasional oops bruise is what you get. Oops. All the other times, you get the tingles like somebody should rub the titty on the elbow. Whoa, 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 whoa. You got this. Now get out there and fucking own it. It's never goodbye, warriors. It's always until next time. Namaste.
Jesse, what are you doing today?
We're going to skydive today.
We're going to
skydive.
Leap of faith. Hey, that's what this is.
Doing it for the tribe, the warrior tribe.
Do you know how high we're going? Did they tell you?
14,500 feet.
Close. 14,500 feet, yep. And then we're going to be falling at?
A high rate of speed.
Very fast. We're going to be falling very fast. We're going to be falling at 120 miles an hour. Sweet. Have you ever gone that fast before?
No, I have not.
Okay, are you ready to go that fast?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're going to do it today. You got my back.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get your face, but you know your TI will have your back.
All right.
What made you want to skydive? What brought you here today?
Facing fear.
Yeah? Are you afraid of heights?
Facing fear head on. No.
No?
I'm afraid of not trying new
Hey,
opportunities.
there you go.
I'm afraid of living in the woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I'm not going to do it. Lead and live by example.
There you go. You heard it here first from Jesse. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. To create a song, I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
Loved it.
Woo! You know, honestly, I have no idea who won the sword fight, so I guess we'll have to call it a draw.
There you go. We'll have to do it again.
All right, when are you gonna get your license now?
I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. I'll be back.
Jesse, thank you for jumping with us to Skydive Lone Star. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
What an honor. Badass crew. I love it here. The hospitality is just phenomenal. 5 stars. If there were 10, I'd give it to you.
We'll take 10, that's fine.
My brother. What a fun ride. Wasn't it awesome?
Hey man, glad y'all came out.
What an experience.
Come and see us again.
Thank you.